In this video, I am going to explain a program on pressing the switches to make the corresponding LEDs on and off using delay function. To do that, click on the browser and type Tinkercad. Then the Tinkercad dashboard gets opened. So, to create the circuit, click on Circuit and then click on Create New Circuit. Now, on the right side we can see all the devices present. So first of all, let us drag and drop the Arduino Uno board. Next, let us drag and drop the breadboard. And for this program, we require 3 push buttons. And then we require 3 LEDs. This program talks about like whenever we press the switch 1, the LED 1 has to glow. Whenever we press the switch 2, the LED 2 has to glow. Whenever we press the switch 3, the LED 3 has to glow. So here, let us place these switches in the breadboard. So let us take the push button 1 and place in between the separators. And let us take the push button 2 and place in between the separator. And let us take the push button 3 and place in between the separator. Now let us see the LEDs now. Let us keep the LED 3 here. Let us take the LED 2 here. And let us take the LED 1 here. Okay, let us do the connections now. Let us start with the connection with the LEDs. LED is going to have 2 legs. One is the cathode and the anode. Cathode we need to connect it to ground. So here I am connecting this cathode LED to the ground. So let us take this cathode leg, I am connecting it to the pin here. Okay, so I want to change the color to black. And let us go with the second LED 2 where I want to connect the cathode leg to the ground. And I want to change the color to black. Similarly, I go with the cathode 3 where I want to connect this cathode leg to the ground, where I change the color to black. Now this line I will be connecting it to the common ground connection in the Arduino Uno board, where I change this color even to black. Okay, now we have connected all the 3 LEDs cathode legs to the ground. Now the other leg is anode, where we have to connect to the Arduino Uno pins through resistors. So let us take the resistor 1, drag and drop here, rotate this resistor. Once we get in horizontal direction, now you can place the resistor over here and take this one end of the resistor, we are connecting it to the anode. And the other end of the resistor, let us connect to the 8th pin. Means I am connecting this LED 1 to the 8th pin. Now, let us take the LED 2. LED 2 we have an anode leg. For this also we need to take one resistor. Change the rotation of the resistor until we get the horizontal direction. Once we get the horizontal direction, place this resistor over here. Place it over here and little bit move the push button. Okay. Now, one end of the resistor is connected to the anode and the other end of the resistor let us connect to the 9th pin in your Arduino Uno board. Okay, let us be completed with the LED 2. Now let us go with the LED 3. For this we take one more resistor. Just change the direction by clicking the rotate button. Once you do that, this resistor will be in horizontal direction. I place it over here. So one end of the resistor we connect it to the anode and the other end of the resistor I am connecting it to the 10th pin in your Arduino Uno board. Okay, we have connected all the 3 LEDs. Like LED 1 we have connected to the 8th pin, LED 2 I have connected to the 9th pin, LED 3 I have connected to the 10th pin. Now let us do the connections for the push buttons. This push button is going to have 4 legs. So one leg we need to connect to the 5 volts in the Arduino Uno board. So to do that connection, we take a resistor. Again we rotate the resistor. Once we get the resistor in horizontal direction, you just place this resistor here. Little bit. Okay, fine. Now we need to connect this one to the 5 volts. I keep it over here. I'll be taking a common connection. Similarly, I take a resistor here, drag and drop the resistor and just change the resistor direction. Once we get in horizontal direction, I place it over here. I'll be connecting this other end of the resistor over here. Similarly, I take the resistor 3, I'll be rotating the direction, I'll be placing it over here, I'll be connecting it to this pin. Now this line I'll be connecting common to the 5 volts in the Arduino Uno board. Completed with one leg for all the 3 push buttons. Go with the second leg. The second leg we talk about the ground pin. We need to connecting it to the ground. So I'll connect here. This leg of push button 2 I'll connect here. Let us change the color to black. Even this ground pin I'll change the color to black. And let us take this leg of push button 3 and connect it to the ground. And I want to change the color to black. So we have changed all the 3. And I want to give a common connection. This line I am connecting it common to the ground pin in the Arduino Uno board. So I want to change, one second. Let us change the color here. Let us do the connection once again. Just take this line, connecting it to the ground and changing the color to black. Completed with the other leg for all the 3 push buttons. Let us go with the last leg, and one leg should be empty. Let us talk about the other leg of your push buttons. So the third leg of push button 1, I am connecting it to the second pin for your Arduino Uno board. I am going with the next one, push button 2, third leg. I am connecting it to the third pin in your Arduino Uno board. I am going with the next one, push button 3, third leg. I am connecting it to the fourth pin in your Arduino Uno board. We completed with the connections. Now let us do the program. Go with the code, go with the blocks, click on text, click on continue. Then we need to write the code here. Let us remove the previous code and let us write the code. Now, in this Arduino programming, we'll be having 2 functions. One is void setup and void loop. Setup is used for the initialization, so we initialize it. I initialize that. I'll be taking inputs, switches as my inputs. That is, second one, this switch is connected to the second pin, this switch is connected to the third pin, and the other switch is connected to the fourth pin. That I want to initialize. So I take for I equal to 2, I less than or equal to 4, I plus plus, I declare all these 3 as input. Pin mode, I comma, mode should be in capital, that is input. I have initialized all my inputs. Now I need to initialize all my LEDs. For that I take for loop I equal to 8, I take it as j equal to 8, j less than or equal to 10, because 3 LEDs have connected to, LED 1 have connected to the 8th pin, LED 2 have connected to the 9th pin, LED 3 have connected to the 10th pin. So I start from 8, end at 10, and I take it as j++, and I write pin mode j comma mode should be in capital, that is output. I need to glow the LEDs. So here I am taking the switches as my inputs and the LEDs as my output. So I need to initialize my I and j. I declare int I comma j. We completed with the setup part. Let us go with the loop part now. In the loop function we write the actual work. So I write it as int x. I need to read the status of all the switches. So I need to start from the switch 1. So I say I equal to 2, I less than or equal to 4, I plus plus. Now first of all I want to read the status of switch 1, that is second. Digital read, I take it as digital read to read the status of the switch. And the pin number I am taking it as I. The pin number I am taking it as I. So it is going to read the status of switch 1, that is second pin, and it is going to store it in X. I say that if X equal to low, whenever it is reading the status of the switch, then it will be low, that is 0 volts. Whenever it is low, what we need to make? We need to make the 8th LED glow. So I write digital write 8th LED. So I write I plus 6. I is 2. 2 plus 6 is nothing but 8. So I want to make 8th LED glow. And I'll be using a delay function for 1 second. And I want to make digital write I plus 6 comma low. And this process has to repeat. First it is reading the status of switch 1. Okay, once it is low, it is making the 8th LED to glow. For 1 second, again it gets off. Again it is reading the status of switch 2. If it is low, it is making the 9th LED to glow, that is LED 2 to glow. Okay, again it is reading the status of the next switch and makes the corresponding LEDs glows. So let us execute this program. Click on start simulation. Okay, then you can now press this one. Now you can see here, whenever you press the switch, the LED 1 turns on. Whenever you press the switch 2, the LED 2 turns on. Whenever you press the switch 3, the LED 3 turns on. If you want to change the color of the LED, you can change it. I am changing it to green, and I want to change this LED to yellow, and I want this LED to change it to orange. Okay, now let us see once again. I press the switch, LED 1 turns on. Whenever I press the switch 2, this LED turns on. Whenever I press the switch 3, you can see the LED turns on. Let us change the color again back to blue. Let us check it once. Whenever I press the switch, you can see blue color turns on. Whenever I press the switch 2, the yellow color turns on. Whenever you press the switch 1, the green color turns on. So this is the program output, like whenever you press the switches, the corresponding LED should turn on. That we have done using delay function. Thank you.